When I heard that type of music, that made me want to like play violin. Sudan is just like an early nickname that my mom gave me, so that's how I got the Sudan part. She thought it was pretty. Archives comes from just like my interest in ethnomusicology and like digging into Francis Bebey's work. He has a lot of really cool like West African fiddle archives, so I guess I just decided to put 1 and 2 together, and I thought that would be a really cool name, and that's how I came up with the name of Sudan Archives.
I was a little girl, I thought I could rule the world. I thought I could rule the world. When I was a little girl.
Probably the most interesting find was the house of violin, also called the goji, but it's this calabash and there's snakeskin nailed on top of it, and the string that you play on it is made out of horsehair, and the bow that you play with is made out of horsehair, and they get the most crazy notes out of just one string. Discovering like all the obscure string music, that started when I was probably maybe 18, 19, but I started playing violin in 4th grade when I was 10 years old. This like fiddle group came to my school and they just played a bunch of like Irish jig songs, and when I heard that type of music, that made me want to like play violin. Confessions was the beginning of moving to LA. I'm from Cincinnati, so before I moved to LA, I was going out late at night to experimental shows, and I was just doing stuff like that, smoking weed probably. My parents at the time, they were really concerned. Like they thought that I shouldn't be doing that and I should just focus on my music group that I had with my twin sister. But I wasn't resonating with that, and I didn't know why. And I think it was because I wanted to be involved in like an experimental scene. I wanted to just kind of do things myself. I didn't want other people to have like full control of my sound. So I guess it just came off really rebellious. So in that song, I'm questioning like, I feel like I'm doing good things. Why do I feel like, you know, my presence, like it's almost like evil or painful?
It's a place that I call home, but it's not where I am welcome.
Yeah, I feel like that place, it looks like everybody's like grandma's house. Like it's very cute and small and intimate, and I almost would want to say that all the girls in the video could be like different representations of me, of how people view me. I come from a strict Christian home, so I felt like I couldn't do a lot of things that I didn't necessarily think was bad because of just our, you know, the way we were raised. I think I remember my mom just going like, wow, well that's what being an artist is about. You get to just express yourself. She just said that. And I'm glad it's working out too, like, because I felt like before I was just kind of like stubborn. I felt like almost stubborn, and you know, like my family didn't really understand me. But now my mom says like, I'm just never gonna tell you what to do because you obviously know what you're doing.
You fall down. Morning sorrow.
Usually I have like a melody violin idea, and it's like probably like a 4-bar, really simple riff. And then once I get that riff down, then I get all these other ideas of how the drum could be or how the bass line could be. Sometimes I even like hit on the violin to get like different textures out of it to make beats with the loop that I already, with like the pluck or the bow loop that I make. I use violin looping as a way to transition like between songs and emotions, because sometimes I'll like have a really like happy sounding song and the next song will probably be the opposite of that, but I like to do like a violin loop to kind of like get you ready for like the next moment. So I feel like that's kind of how I like do everything live. Like it has everything kind of flows and like nothing really stops until it's over.